Shinzo Abe took office in 2006 as Japan's youngest prime minister since World War II. Abe expressed a general commitment to the fiscal reforms instituted by his predecessor, Junichiro Koizumi, and central to his agenda was to revise Japan's US-drafted 1947 constitution. A scandal-tainted minister in Abe's cabinet committed suicide in May 2007, compounding problems for the Japanese leader, whose support had slumped to its lowest level since he took office ahead of a July election. Abe's resignation on the 24th September 2007 sent his ruling party scrambling to find a new leader who could revive public support following an election defeat in July and a string of scandals. Abe, who had taken office a year before, said he was quitting to try to resolve a deadlock over a naval mission supporting US-led operations in Afghanistan. Senior officials said health problems were also a factor in Abe's decision. The resignation came after a big defeat for the LDP in an election for Parliament's upper house. On the 25th September 2007, Abe turned up at the Prime Minister's offices to officially resign, dissolve his cabinet and make way for his successor, Yasuo Fukuda. Abe got a second chance at running the country in late 2012 after the conservative LDP surged to power. But he faced the challenge of bolstering a sagging economy while managing strained ties with China. The victory by the LDP, which had ruled Japan for most of the past 50 years before it was ousted in 2009, ushered in a government pledged to a tough stance in a territorial row with China, a pro-nuclear energy policy despite the 2011 Fukushima disaster, and a potentially risky recipe for hyper-easy monetary policy and big fiscal spending to boost growth known as Abenomics. In December 2013, Abe visited Tokyo's Yasukuni Shrine for the War Dead, a temple seen as a symbol of Japan's World War II militarism. 14 Japanese wartime leaders convicted as war criminals by an Allied tribunal are honoured at the shrine, along with other war dead. His visit angered China and South Korea and even provoked rare criticism from key ally, the United States. Abe won the 2014 election and brushed aside suggestions that a low turnout tarnished his coalition's election win. Many voters, doubtful of both the Premier's Abenomics strategy to end deflation and generate growth and the opposition's ability to do any better, stayed at home. Abe vowed to stick to his reflationary economic policies, tackle painful structural reforms and pursue his muscular security stance. Japan's parliament voted into law a defence policy shift that could let troops fight overseas for the first time since 1945, a milestone in Abe's push to loosen the limits of the pacifist constitution on the military. Abe said the shift, the biggest change in Japan's defence policy since the creation of its post-war military in 1954, was vital to meet new challenges, such as those from a rising China. Japan marked the 71st anniversary of the US atomic bombing of Hiroshima in 2016. Abe and Barack Obama, the first sitting US president to visit Hiroshima, urged world leaders to work towards a world free from nuclear weapons. Abe became the first foreign leader to meet Trump after the November 2016 election, and has since made it a priority to keep the bilateral relationship strong. In December 2018, Abe was re-elected leader of his Liberal Democratic Party, putting him on track to become Japan's longest-serving prime minister. Abe was the longest-serving Japanese prime minister in history. He stepped down as leader in 2020, citing health reasons.